Hey everyone, welcome to the Nintendo Prime Podcast, episode 80. I was going to start this show by handing Eric a certain trophy that he won.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I tried calling Yulia because she's the one who brought the package in. But I don't know. She didn't say anything. Maybe she'll say something during the show and I'll end up running off and grabbing it. I have no idea. But yes, for those who don't know, Eric won the betting special. It's okay, I guess, if he doesn't get it today because it's not like we're dressed like Peach today. But, I mean, that doesn't matter. We could do it any episode.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
No, I didn't mention it to you because I don't have anything yet.
Yeah.
Yulia's like, no, you're not just going to like make something on a cardboard. I'm like,
Amazon,
it might look funny. I'll be the Roblox version.
The Roblox Peach. Or, no,
the Roblox Peach. Minecraft Peach.
Minecraft Peach. There you go. Minecraft Peach.
But whatever. It's cool. Anyways, so no trophy for Eric today. Whatever. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rufflejans, at least for now. If Yulia messages me later, I'll go grab it. Whatever. Anyways, I'm here, guys. I'm your host, as always, Nathaniel Rufflejans. In the dead center of your screen, we have Mr. Mike Odyssey. And then all the way to the other side, the opposite direction of me.
So far away. So far away.
I can't get in your... Oh, there we go. I gotta go this way. Haha, you still can't get in my view. You literally have to like touch my face. I just have to go out here. Ah. All right. Anyways, that Eric Moore here. How's it going, bud?
Good.
This is our final podcast before we get to the old Christmas date.
Yeah.
Not the final podcast of the year, though.
Yeah.
So that's next week. And that's when we'll talk about 2023 and a bunch of games and all that. We don't have a ton of topics for today, mostly just one. Maybe squeeze a few other things in there, but it probably won't be a super long podcast this week, guys. It's a holiday week, so it is what it is. That being said, we are doing the podcast on Tuesdays, which is cool. To this for right now. Next week we should be back on Wednesday, I think. I have no idea. But originally the reason that it was going to be today isn't happening anymore.
No.
I was supposed to have my baby niece tomorrow night, and now I'm not going to. So I don't. I guess you'll just get a live stream. The thing I would have did tonight.
Yeah.
I did have her last night, and she's cute and everything. But all right, so let's start the podcast the way we start every podcast. What have we been playing lately? Let's start with Mike. Odyssey. What have you been playing?
Played a little Pokemon. Went to one of those Charizard raids. Got a 7-star Charizard. Pretty cool. And the rest of the time I've been playing Final Fantasy Crisis Core. I'm in chapter 7, and it's a hell of a game. Looks amazing, runs perfectly, and I'm enjoying it. I'm hooked. I'm like right after I finish this game, I'm gonna jump over to PS5 and start playing Final Fantasy Remake. After I'm done with that one, I'm not gonna jump to the other Final Fantasy. I'm gonna go to
Pixel Remastered?
No, God of War Ragnarok.
Woo! Bam!
And I'm still undecided. I might play the God of War, the first game, since it's part of the PlayStation's subscription plan, which I'm subscribed to.
PlayStation Plus.
So I might play God of War, the first one, which is where the son is introduced, right? Am I right? His Kratos' son.
Sure. Well, no,
also,
don't own a PlayStation.
Haven't played it.
Yeah, so I want to start playing the storyline from that point because I've been looking at videos online. I'm so impressed with the level of their acting skills, the voiceover from the kid and from the actor himself. So I'm really inspired to play that game just because of that, just because of the people have been just like going to God of War after he won the award. And just revisiting that and just kind of really recognizing the level of his artistry when it comes to his voiceover. And not in the kid was just crazy. I've been watching videos online about behind the scenes, and these two could actually be in an actual movie, and I would watch it. That's how good they are. But I wandered off. I'm playing Final Fantasy Crisis Core. That's it.
Nice. Eric, what have you been playing lately, bud?
I don't actually think I played anything since Wednesday.
since last week?
No, I honestly haven't. It's been
That would be a big blank in the news. How about
honestly.
no?
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just
I don't know why there's no sunshine in the
Oh,
sky.
yeah. No, I want. I gotta start playing some more Sparks of Hope here. Jesus, I gotta get through this a little bit faster.
Yeah. Yeah. Your motivation to game is dwindling.
It is. It is.
It's dwindling. You might need a little Tears of the Kingdom injection into your blood.
Yep.
Don't worry, we'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what have I been playing lately? World of Warcraft Dragonflight. That's what I've been playing lately. I know that I want to get into. I said I want to start getting back into Xenoblade Chronicles 3. There's a few things I'm noticing on my Switch that I need to sort out, game wise. So I'll go over that maybe next week as we look forward to 2023. But Dragonflight, I'm not really like a hardcore raider or anything. I just want to get to level 70 or whatever and call it a day for now, and then I'll play Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and stuff. That's kind of my plan at the moment. It's just because I'm sort of in between. Like I've already started on my leveling in Dragonflight, so let's just finish that off. I don't want it to be another one of those I start and don't finish. So let me finish leveling off there. That's really the main thing at the moment for the last week, anyways. Yulia has been playing a ton of Fire Emblem Warriors. Not the Three Hopes one, the OG. And she just beat the final stage on the hardest difficulty. And here's the thing. Not only is she really good at the game, but she is doing the game playing only one character. She refuses to switch characters. You know, like you can switch characters. You're supposed to switch characters all throughout the thing. Like, no. She's beating it on the hardest difficulty without switching characters. Just playing her favorite one through it all. And you know what she told me today? Why she doesn't like Fire Emblem Three Hopes. Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes. They changed the art style on her. And it pissed her off.
I was gonna say
she loves the art style of Fire Emblem Warriors. So now she's like, when I'm looking for a new one, I need something that's the same art style. And I'm like, well, I don't know if there is any other Warrior game.
Yeah.
That's the same art style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say her character wasn't in it.
Oh.
No, I can only play as this character.
Yeah. Whatever. She really likes that character. She's really good with it. I watched her play. I'm like, dude, you're kind of a badass, man. I've played this game, and you're definitely better than me. Well, I mean, she's got like 200 hours logged in the thing now, so she better be better than me.
Yeah.
Anyways, at least she's better at that one character, I guess I should say, because she doesn't play anybody else. That being said, yeah, that's kind of it for the gaming side for me. But there's some interesting things coming up. The first thing that's happening, and I don't want to celebrate too prematurely, but I think the channel might be at 80,000 subscribers tomorrow. And there's a certain someone on this show that told me that I would hit 80,000 subscribers before the end of this year. And I looked at him and laughed.
Yes, he did.
I laughed because we weren't. It's not because we weren't close. We were at 78,000, but we had been at 78,000 the entire year.
Right.
So I was pretty confident. And I even offered a massive giveaway earlier this year to hit 80K, and we didn't budge. Nobody cared.
Yep.
So I just kind of wrote it off as my channel's done. I'm stagnant. We are where we are. Now, in the last week, we have over 1 million views on the channel. Just in the last week. We have gained over 1,000 subscribers.
Actually, right now, breaking news, you're at 79.9. So you're actually, we might hit 100K before. I mean, 100K.
Oh, jeez.
100K.
Heck yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Wait, hold up.
80K. 80K before the podcast ends.
Yeah, we're at 79,930. So if we get 70 subscribers in the next hour or so, then yeah, that could be a thing that happens. But a few things about that. One, for some people who follow on Discord, they probably already know our shorts have been blowing up. I've been making shorts now for a couple months. They're absolutely blowing up. The ones that I basically made 2 to 4 weeks ago. So basically, any shorts I release now, I don't know what their numbers are going to be in a month, because that's
Right.
how long it takes for, I guess, for the shorts to really, really take off. Now I usually get anywhere from like 5 to 10,000 views per short, anyways. But that's the initial. Apparently, it can get a hell of a lot more after a couple of weeks. At least that's how I am experiencing it. Because while I have one particular short that's like over 400,000 views right now that released 2 weeks ago, I have a whole bunch of other shorts that I thought were done at 10K, and now one's at 70, one's at 150, another one's at 120. They just keep growing. So shorts are doing awesome, and we'll be able to monetize them in February. So that's cool. I have no idea what monetization is going to look like for shorts. I have no clue. I think it might be like the way TikTok does it, but I honestly have no idea. I don't even know if YouTube knows what they're doing. Not my problem. Heck, I might even get money I might already be making money. You find out between the 8th and the 10th if you qualify for money from the Shorts Creator Fund.
Shorts
But
Creator
they only have, it's $100 million fund that, by the way, you barely make anything. I'm kind of hoping the ads are more, because somebody had like, gosh, what was it? 160 million shorts views in a month. It's a lot of views. How much money do you think that's worth?
It's gonna go all to Mr. Beast.
$10.
It was more than 10.
It's gonna be
They got
$10.
$2,300 for 160 million short views. That seems low. But the thing is, comparing that to long form content isn't fair. Because long form content's a different type of audience, and obviously you can run different types of ads, like 30-second actual commercials. So it's interesting. Regardless, if the shorts keep doing well, I'll probably just leverage them into some sponsors or something down the line. I honestly have no idea, because I'm really new at this. I wasn't a Viner, guys. I wasn't a TikToker. I didn't make content like this until like 2 months ago. So one thing though to note is, besides that, that's not the only thing. Like if that was what was happening, I probably wouldn't even be super excited right now. Like, oh, my channel's growing because of a bunch of shorts. The thing is, we did 2 Zelda videos in the last 4 days, and those videos blew up. And I have now decided, including this podcast, that we are going to be doing Tears of the Kingdom content every day until the game comes out. Every day. So, it's not replacing my news video. Even if there is Tears of the Kingdom news, it'll just be its own video that day. It's not replacing the news video. I'm still going to be doing all the other Zelda news, or all the other Zelda news, all the other Nintendo news and stuff. But it's in addition to. So I'm doubling down. I know Yulia is not too pleased about it. But she looked at the views and she said, "You don't do it, even though I'm mad at you, I will rip your balls off." So
Jeez, you're doing it.
I'm doing it. That's just the way it is. Today I didn't get a Zelda video. You might be, you didn't get one out today. Welcome to the Zelda video today, guys.
Welcome to the podcast.
We're going to be talking Tears of the Kingdom today. That being said, I guess we should just jump right into Tears of the Kingdom, right? So as the title of the podcast says, Nintendo's silence on Tears of the Kingdom. I did a video on this yesterday, and it's interesting. I think Andres Reestar, I see him in the in the live chat. He did a video on this as well, I think right after the Game Awards. What's interesting is this is the least we have known about a Zelda game at this point heading into launch. Now you might go, at this point, launch is in May. Yeah, 6 months. 6 months to launch. This is the least we have known about a new Zelda game coming out. We could argue there's various reasons for that. There was no in-person E3. Maybe we would have had a demo there, and maybe we'd know more.
Sweet.
But now we won't have one before it comes out. So we could argue that. We can argue pandemic. We can argue holidays. They don't want to overshadow the other games. We can argue Fire Emblem Engage coming out in January, and they want to really push that, so they don't want to push Zelda. Then again, they released other games and still released Zelda, so I don't really understand that. Yeah. I honestly don't know what their logic is. It's a bunch of guesswork. But it's interesting that we don't know a ton about this game. We have less than 6 minutes of footage, and I think we technically have less than 5.5 minutes. So it's closer to 5 minutes of footage. And of the footage we have, it's just literally like 10-second cut together clips that mean nothing because there's no context. The only thing we know is that we're in the sky. And we didn't even need the videos to tell us that because the description of the game on the official website says you venture through Hyrule from Breath of the Wild and to the sky. Oh, okay, cool. We don't know what the point of being in the sky is. We don't know what you even do on those damn islands because we haven't really seen anything on them. Oh, there's some trees. Oh, there's another one floating over there. Oh, here's like an enemy you might be able to fight. Okay, but why are we up here? We're not up here to look at trees and fight an enemy. What's the purpose of being up here? Like, there has to be a reason we're on these sky islands. Don't know. Don't know. We have no idea. It's all just, okay. They revealed the game with who we think is Ganondorf. Might not be for all we know. It could be. I don't know. Like, we don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. They haven't confirmed anything. An undead zombie cracking its head and flashing red eyes at you. And you're like, dude, this looks dark. Then you have AJ Noma in an interview being like, oh yeah, this is going to be a dark Zelda. Well, the darkest Zelda.
Oh boy.
What does that even mean? We have no context. What do you consider a dark Zelda, AJ Noma? Are you saying it's dark compared to Skyward Sword? Okay, sure. Is it dark compared to Majora's Mask? Is it dark compared to the bottom of the well in Ocarina of Time? Or is it just dark compared to Breath of the Wild, which wasn't very dark in the first place? I don't know. Well, then again, was Breath of the Wild dark? Because main characters actually die during Breath of the Wild. Sort of. They're technically dead before you get there. But then the DLC happens, and you get to play the battles where they died. So, kind of, sort of get to experience what happened. It's interesting. So we have no idea what it means. We have no idea what changes they've done to Hyrule besides, there's a random cave that they showed for 5 seconds and some. Okay, cool. What is that cave? Is that even anything, or is it just like an indent in the hill? And there's nothing there. Like we know nothing on a game that's going to be probably at least 200 plus hours for most of us to beat. And I don't mean to beat, like just get through the main story or like rush to the end. Obviously, people will be able to do it in like 10 hours for that. But in terms of exploring the world and playing it in the way that it was probably intended, probably 100 to 200 hours. We barely know anything. We don't know when we're going to see it again. We think maybe the February Direct. Maybe there's something in January. Maybe there's a Zelda-only blowout. All I know is I understand the people that are a little frustrated. Not just because it wasn't at the Game Awards, which I'm on record saying, you know what? If it wins most anticipated game, it'll be at the Game Awards. Well, it won most anticipated game, and it wasn't. In fact, Jeff Keighley pulled a little cock tease by throwing Horizon out there, starting it in the clouds, where you come in on what's basically a mechanical loft wing.
I mean, yeah.
Jeff Keighley, I know you knew what you were doing by putting that trailer. By the way, that trailer without playing the Sony logo. You just immediately cut from Tears of the Kingdom to now we're in the clouds. World premiere in the clouds. Jeff Keighley, I'm on to you. Know what you were doing. You wanted to toy with our emotions for a brief second. You wanted to toy with our emotions. It ended pretty disappointingly for those that you toyed with, but for people who's excited for Horizon, that's cool. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this because obviously I'm doing a Zelda video every day, so I have plenty of time to spiel my mind. What do you guys think about the fact that we just don't know that much about it? Is it concerning?
Nope.
When do you think they're going to do it? I don't know. Let's just start with is it concerning? Why or why not?
Go for it, Mike.
All right, so I just spoke to my friend here. Hold on, let me. I've been texting my friend here, right here. This guy, you know that guy for the podcast.
A little bit over to your left. A little bit over, right in front of your face.
Right there. For the podcast people, I have a picture up of best friend here, my BFF.
Yeah, the audio people. It's a picture of Miyamoto. Yeah. Apparently they're best friends.
Yep.
Yeah, BFF here. Let's talk about the release first. Let me give you my opinion on the release first and why we haven't seen anything of the game first. It'll give out too much about what Nintendo has planned next. You would, if you see gameplay, it'll tell you, wait, hold up, how does this gameplay look so good? Why does it look this way? Then it'll make you ask questions, and it'll say, okay, it's obvious that this is running on something else.
It wouldn't make
Okay.
me ask questions.
So when it comes to the release, Nintendo will give you another trailer at February. In February, Nintendo Direct, but they will have a Zelda dedicated Direct in March. I would say beginning mid March, maybe third week of March.
I was thinking April, but either way.
Yeah.
But you know, this is me here. I know you have your own little thing.
Sorry,
What I-
muting.
Yeah.
This is what I think here. Beginning of March, we get the announcement for the not next gen console, but for the upgraded Nintendo Switch. Okay, the upgraded Nintendo Switch. It's Tears of the Kingdom is advertised for the Switch because it is compatible with the Switch, but beginning of March, we'll get that announcement for that upgraded Switch. Okay, they're gonna call it the Switch 4K edition. Then for the Zelda Direct, they're gonna have the treehouse with gameplay of Tears of the Kingdom using the new Switch to show off the game, which will be a really great selling point.
Hot damn.
So that they can launch together. They can come out together at the same time. And I can go as far as to say is that they can even have Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom edition of that upper decker Switch. Okay,
And that's exactly what they're gonna call it.
the double decker Switch.
Yeah.
That's what I think about when it comes to the release. Now, game itself, the skies, as when we look at the trailer, right? When we were looking at the trailer at the end, we were watching the castle rise. As the castle rise, I believe that everything else, like main points, will rise too. You know, as in whatever. What do you call that evil goop spirit? Whatever. Nate.
Oh,
Malice?
Malice. Yeah.
Yeah, Malice basically is
Palace.
rising up the castle. Well, they probably have Zelda again in the castle, and rising up all the points where Link needs to get to in order to restore the Master Sword. Because when the Master Sword is broken, something is released. I don't know a lot about the thing. I don't know. Master Sword is broken. Something is released. Ganon is back in his physical form. Okay, that hand that we see holding whatever evil things there is the same exact hand on Link's hand, because Link's hand gets chopped off. Malice takes control of Link's hand and actually disintegrates his hand. And the hand that we see,
Could you try again?
I'm not talking to you, Siri. You what? Wait, what do you mean you don't
Thanks,
understand?
Siri. Hey, Alexa, how are you
God.
doing today?
Oh God.
Anyway,
Oh, Jesus.
so yeah, Link's hand is that cave is where they go into before they get to whatever they want to go. That's the cave they go into. That's how the game begins. You go into that cave, whatever, and then you find that skeleton guy being held by that spirit hand thingy, and then the spirit hand thingy is what takes control over Link's amputated arm and becomes his new arm with all the abilities that it had, because that amputated arm was the source of the power source of the Sheikah Slate to begin with. So it has all the abilities anyway. So that hand becomes Link's. So what Malice does, or the evil guy does, is they raise everything up to the sky so that it makes it less or harder for Link to access what he needs to defeat whoever the boss is in the game. So that's why I think the skies will rise. I think there'll be more like not the shrines, but more like dungeons up in the sky. And you have to go to different points in the sky to, get something to complete something, and then and like in the trailer, they show Link taking out the sword and actually laying it on something. That's at the end when Link collects all those little tubes he has on his waist to complete the tears, right? He collects all the tears that he needs to complete the sword and defeat whoever the boss is, or either Ganon or Demise, or it could be Bowser. You never know. Bowser might show up somewhere there in there, and breathe some fire, and then all of a sudden, Chris Pratt Mario shows in, and makes a cameo, and things happen.
Yeah.
But that's my theory. I think everything rises up because the malice rises everything up, and very coincidentally, key points that you need to access are up in the sky in order to collect all that stuff and stuff. Yeah.
So that's Mike's theory. And to summarize, he thinks we don't know a lot because Nintendo's saving it to announce with new system stuff.
Yeah, that's what I
Basically.
think. March will be 2 big events in March. The trailer, not announcement, just like Nintendo's the OLED. The OLED was just a trailer that they released one day. It wasn't even like a big event. They'll release a trailer for the upgraded Switch because it's just an incremental upgrade, just like the Switch OLED was. And then later on, there'll be an announcement for the Zelda Direct, which they'll use that hardware to show off actual gameplay. Treehouse. That's it.
That's his story, and he's sticking to it. Eric, what are your thoughts on the fact we know Diddly Squat? I mean, haven't released date, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, that's something. It's I guess better than Prime 4, where we just have a logo and that's it. So, to me, it's not really all that worrisome. I have a feeling that they're just going to kind of use it to kind of drum up after the holidays here. They're going to kind of use it to kind of drum up more hype again for the end of fiscal year push, and just kind of, all right, who's excited for this game? Let's buy some of our other games here too, and let's get you kind of excited and get you into this thing, and we'll start out the next fiscal year with a banger and hopefully keep going. So, I kind of think that might be where they're kind of headed. So they kind of want to, let the holidays kind of play its part out and kind of get through that. And then once we do that, they'll kind of hit us with what they have. And hopefully it's more than likely going to be huge. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Cool. For those here with the live show, if you guys have any commentary or things you would like to add to the Tears of the Kingdom discussion during this podcast, you guys can just do tiny little super chats and get your word in, and it can literally flip the topic on a dime if you got something you want to add.
Yeah.
On a literal dime. Well, actually, you can't. I don't know if you can do a dime. I'm not even sure. I know it's at least $2 to say something. I think I have no idea.
No.
I don't know. I just wanted to point that out because I usually don't read the chat a lot during our live podcast. But for people that want to chime in during this topic, I understand. Look, I don't know why we don't know. Like, it's easy to kind of lean into because of hardware. Mm-hmm. But also, we've been talking about new hardware technically since before Switch came out. There was rumors that the Switch hardware wasn't even what the Switch was going to be. But that's just what it is because the new hardware is not ready. And, well, the Wii U tanked. So Nintendo needed to get something rushed out the door. And there are some things that lended credence to those rumors at the time, such as Nintendo Switch Online wasn't there at launch. Certain features of Switch weren't working at launch. People might forget because we take it for granted because Switch is almost 7 years old.
Yeah,
so
right. That's insane.
We've had a lot of these features for a while, But that first year of Switch, first year and a half or so, we were missing a lot of features. And for better or worse, we have those features now, but it kind of felt like the system was possibly rushed out the door, wasn't ready to go. And maybe that wasn't going to be the hardware they were going to use. So that lended credence to it. And then things kind of died down after that because there wasn't really any new rumors, but it kind of persisted a bit through 2017. Then people just sort of like mumbled a bit in 2018 and let it go. But then 2019 came, and that's when we started getting all of the big rumors, like Takashi Machizuki coming out, Eurogamer coming out, and so many other outlets saying that, hey, developers have dev units. Let's talk about what we've heard from them, and that's it. And it made everyone feel like we were getting it in 2019, and we weren't. It was all Switch Lite and Switch OLED in 2020, and like it just kind of led to this culmination where now for like 3 years we've had heavy rumors and reports on this stuff and nothing. And it's interesting thinking that, oh, maybe we finally hit the point after the pandemic. Like, yeah, apparently people talk about the chip shortage. The latest update, by the way, on the chip shortage is that they're actually projected to have a chip surplus heading into 2023.
Yep.
I knew this was going to happen. You want to know why I knew it was going to happen? The only reason we had a shortage was due to increased demand during a pandemic when no one was working. People are now getting back to work and having to pay bills, and we're dealing with possible recessions in some areas of the world. So we have less money to spend, and we're trying to work even harder to get back to normal, which means people aren't buying as much, which means the demand's down. So there are all these new factories are going to open up, and we end up probably not even needing them. But that's neither here nor there. And we already know this because there's a number of devices that are no longer really suffering from a chip shortage. Even in the video game world, Steam Deck, readily, easily able to get. I mean, they were giving them away in the hundreds during the Game Awards. Something that's in short supply and high demand, you're not just giving away hundreds of them. Like, it just doesn't happen because they don't have hundreds. Well, they do because, hey, demand is caught up. They're probably making more now than the actual demand is. And so they have extra to give away. That's, by the way, not me trying to trash it's just what it is. Xbox Series X. I literally, every day I wake up and I search it, I can buy the God of War Ragnarok one right now. And usually I can buy a standard edition Series X at multiple retailers every morning. Same with PlayStation 5. It's been available. The disc version has been available at the, sorry, I said God of War Ragnarok version of Xbox Series X. I meant the PS5. But anyways, the PS5, the disc version has also been readily available on PS Direct and even in person. I've seen it on store shelves now after we got out in November, which means PlayStation 5 is increasing. Okay, well, we just had all these new GPUs drop. Yes, and you can pretty much buy any of them right now anytime you want. The only ones that sometimes are hard to get are 4090s, and that's because scalpers are trying to convince you that you need to buy it through them. Reality is they're getting restocked like 4 times a week. There's so many of them. Don't worry about scalpers. It's not that hard to get. When they get restocked, they're up for like 20 minutes. It's super easy if you really want one. The AMD cards that just dropped on December 13th, they just came out. Yeah, you can buy all of them. Guys, the chip shortage isn't really that valid of an excuse anymore, and all the analysts agree. There are obviously always certain devices that are suffering, but some of that is intentional. Apple, as an example, apparently cut down how many that they were projecting to make of the current iPhone. And what's happened in them cutting that down is now certain models and sizes are really hard to get. It's almost like Apple wants it to be hard to get because it increases demand long haul. It's a marketing strategy. It's a well-known one that many companies do. It's not because Apple can procure more manufacturing and get more of those phones out faster. They're looking at the long tail sales. They don't care about a quick buck today. But everything, smart cars aren't backed up anymore. It's not that difficult now to get. Is it still more difficult than it was 3 years ago? Maybe.
Yeah.
But all the analysts are starting to agree that we're kind of sort of. It's not really an excuse in 2023, basically. And that could be, okay, then it's time to launch hardware. I don't know that Nintendo's been being silent because of hardware. I am going to keep my cap on a little bit that Nintendo might be worried. Tears of the Kingdom was supposed to be DLC. So it started out as. They had so many ideas, according to AGN, they had so many ideas, they developed it into a full game.
Yep, I remember that.
Can that full game really shock us the way Breath of the Wild did? Or will it just feel like another expansion pass? A really big one, but just another expansion pass.
Here's the other worry. How many ideas are there that are, hopefully just not shoehorned in because they had the idea? Hopefully they all fit together and make a decent game. Because they could just hodgepodge some of these ideas into it just because they had the idea. Not saying that they would do it, but that's one worry that you could have.
Yep.
I also wonder if Switch sales are doing really well right now for the most part. If they're just like, hey, let's just wait and talk about this later when we don't think Switch sales are going to be doing that well. I don't know. It's a really weird marketing strategy to me, but
Well, they don't need the push because the holidays right now.
yeah, I know. So it's like some people said, we might hear about it as soon as January, or I'm like, maybe. Will we? Or will they just say, hey, we have Fire Emblem Engage, just wait? But would they hold Zelda for Fire Emblem Engage? I don't think so. But also, kind of seems like they're holding Zelda for Fire Emblem Engage right now. They had Fire Emblem Engage at the Game Awards, so they're trying to market it. And
Yeah, it makes sense.
Fire Emblem needs more marketing than Zelda does, too. But I don't know, man. There's something in the back of my mind that goes, it does feel off. And maybe it's just because there's hardware. Like, if it's a hardware thing, then I get it. They're waiting to
100%.
blow it out until the hardware thing. Like Mike mentioned, when they blow it up, people look at it like, how can this run on Switch? Well, I mean, Breath of the Wild's a Wii U game, and Switch is significantly more powerful than the Wii U. So we don't really know what a Breath of the Wild style game made for the Switch can look like. Because we have no idea. People always think that like the Switch is basically just a Wii U on the go. It's not. It's not even close. And I get it because a credit to the people who made exclusive Wii U games. They look really good. Xenoblade Chronicles X looks fantastic on Wii U. So I get it. Bayonetta 2 looks really good on Wii U. I get it. Breath of the Wild looks really good on Wii U. So I understand the comparison. But the Switch is more powerful. And so I wouldn't be surprised if it looks significantly better. But what you have to pay attention to is not just looking significantly better, does it look crisper? That footage starts looking extra crispy.
Like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Or,
Extra crispy.
I'll tell you this. When they blow it out, if Tears of the Kingdom looks like it has anti-aliasing going on, it's a new system. It's just not because they can't do anti-aliasing now, because they always choose not to, for the most part, so they can push the visuals more. Mm-hmm. And Zelda is a game that one of the few games Nintendo has that they actually do push visuals with. They don't do it very often. Most of Nintendo's games rely heavily on really unique art styles and looking gorgeous in certain ways. Zelda is one where it's like, we're pushing the envelope. Mm. And if they're pushing the envelope and have anti-aliasing, well, that's just not current Switch. But time will tell. Like I don't really know what to think. I have a lot of thoughts on the game and a lot of theories. Like Mike was going into a whole tangent, a whole bunch of theories he has. Like I mentioned this in a live stream the other day. Hey, that platform that he lands on, and it looks like he's gliding, and there's this green symbol on the ground. What if that platform that you glide on is just the new warp points? Because there's no towers. I don't see any towers in the background. Sheikah towers are gone. That used to be how we warped around the world with fast travel. Maybe this is the replacement for that. And we've had multiple methods of fast travel throughout Zelda history. So this could just be the latest one. Because why do we need a flying, gliding disc thing that looks like a giant triangle boomerang when we already can glide around with our paraglider? Why? Maybe there's more to it. Maybe we're jumping off the thing and fighting dragons midair. I have no idea. But it kind of just feels like maybe that's a thing. So I have all these thoughts and all these theories and all these things we're going to be talking about over the next 140 some days. But
Yeah.
I can't help but just feel, it just feels weird. I've been covering Zelda for 20 plus years, man. This is weird. This is just very weird. But reasons for optimism, of course. Longest developed Zelda game of all time. The last Zelda game made over $1 billion. Meaning they have every reason to do this right. They're definitely taking their time to do it right. And they have the money to reinvest. So, and it's a sequel to an already amazing game. And I thought the DLC was really good. So I have a lot of reason for optimism, but it's just kind of like, it is weird.
No,
It's just weird. Like I feel like I know as much about this as I do Pikmin 4, which I know isn't technically true because we still haven't seen Pikmin 4 gameplay and we don't have a release date.
Yeah.
But it kind of just feels like, you know, I know just a little bit more about this than Metroid Prime 4. I've seen a logo.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any gameplay yet, but for some reason it just kind of feels like because of how they've teased this game, it's almost like we don't really know anything, which Nintendo does like to do sometimes because they like Zelda people to just go off on speculation tangents, and then they laugh when everyone's wrong because everyone's always wrong. For decades, people believed, oh yeah, Link is dead in Majora's Mask, and then when finally somebody asked Eiji Aonuma about that theory in an interview, he's like, what? Link ain't dead? What are you talking about? Like, that's a cool theory, but if that's all you think the game's about, then, man, you missed a lot. And everyone's like, oh, shit. This whole time we thought that's what this was like, the afterlife and the 5 stages of grief. And in reality, there's a whole bunch of other themes they're actually focusing on, and we just ignored all of them.
Yay!
For decades. Which gives us more reason to speculate and make more theories on Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
Because apparently we've been paying attention to the wrong stuff. I don't know. Like, there's so much to think about. I don't know why we don't know more.
No.
I just don't know why.
'Cause
We don't have to
Nintendo.
wait long. It'll be within the next 60 days that we should hopefully begin the marketing campaign.
Listen. We don't know more because Nintendo doesn't want us to know more because this is their marketing strategy. That's why Breath of the Tears of the Kingdom is the most anticipated game of the year
Because they
Because we
teased
know
it
nothing.
just a little bit.
We know more about Starfield in this game.
I mean, that's what they do. I mean, right now, we all want to know about it. We're talking about it right now. Nintendo has nothing to do with it. And they don't have to spend a dime for us to talk about it. You know?
You mean they got us by the balls? We're screwed. You see this? They grabbed both and they're squeezing them dry.
Well, no, they convinced you to make a video every single day for them. So
Well,
like, you know what?
I'll be fair. I'll be fair. They didn't convince me to make a video. It was I made a video on the tiniest bit of news, and it did really well. And I decided I really want to talk about Zelda, and people apparently really want to watch videos about Zelda. This makes too much sense. I like talking about Zelda, and people want to watch videos on it.
Okay.
Why am I not doing it? Why am I not making Tears of the Kingdom videos?
Yeah.
This makes no sense. I'm like, when do I start doing it? I was like, literally, I had a whole whiteboard debate with myself on when do I begin making Tears of the Kingdom videos. I'm like, oh, I should probably wait till after they start blowing it out. And then the YouTube viewers were like, no, man, what are you doing now?
YouTube has
Now.
spoken.
You should have been doing it since it was revealed back in 2019.
Well, right.
Every day.
Well, I mean, considering the fact
You'd
that
have
you're
thousands of videos.
considering that the fact that the base of your fan base was Zelda to begin with, you know,
I shouldn't be surprised. But, like, dude, that was so long ago. Like, the channel was
I
18,000
get it.
subscribers,
No, I
man.
get it. I
didn't really even blow up
but-
over any Zelda game since then.
Yeah.
And yet, somehow, I seem to attract mostly Zelda viewers. I shouldn't say that. My best month ever in terms of like normal video views was actually Super Mario 3D All Stars.
You also have to understand that basically this channel was built on the back of Link and Princess Zelda on Hyrule, right?
Yeah.
So Maybe a lot of those dormant little people came from the caves outside there. Zelda, Zelda, Link, 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 and then
No. Well, according to YouTube, it came from people searching Tears of the Kingdom, and no one else is making a lot of content on it, so we just popped to the top.
There you go.
Link,
So I just hit on a term in the algorithm that people are searching for. That content does exist. There are theories, theories in other videos, but they only come out like once a month.
Zelda,
So
Link,
there's not a lot of them.
Link.
Showing every dynamic. I need a whiteboard of showing every dynamic of the Legend of Zelda chronology. They call that Hyrule Historia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you want me to do a whiteboard showing what it used to look like before Hyrule Historia existed, I don't think there's a big enough whiteboard in existence for me to put that timeline and those theories together.
I see.
We have decades of forum debates and images and videos that I don't even know there's enough time left in my life to revisit. That's how many there are from back then. Oh, man. So someone did mention, the Hunter's development didn't go so well. I don't know. Like my thing is, look, I mean,
but
look at it this way, guys. If there was no pandemic, would the game already be out?
I think so.
probably.
Okay. So did the development go bad, or we just get hit by a pandemic?
We got hit by a pandemic.
I mean, it could be both.
I mean, but I mean,
Yeah.
everybody has their games delayed because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
And we'll never know.
I blame the two Pokemon in 1 year on the pandemic because I don't feel like Nintendo had originally planned to release an Arceus at the beginning of the month and the other one at the end of the month. I think that they were forced to do that.
Yeah.
One was for 1 year, one was for the other year, and they just kind of gave us one in what was the other one? The Ruby and Sparkle Sprinkle.
Ruby and Sapphire? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know Pokemon.
I mean, I thought it was Sparkle
Squirmander? What?
Sparkle Sprinkle.
Yeah.
Spam.
Spick and span?
Spick and spam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just look, I can talk about Zelda all the time, and I'm going to be. Not this particular topic, because I already did a video on this, and I don't really feel like it needs to be revisited until we have an answer. And we won't have an answer until they start marketing. So, I don't know. Like, how excited are you guys? Like, just get me. Like, tell me you're excited. Make me jump out of my chair, grab my mini Master Sword, wherever it is, and swing it across the screen because I'm so excited.
Keep it in your pants. Nobody needs to, YouTube doesn't want to see the mini Master Sword.
I've got two of them.
Anyway,
I actually do, though. Get your mind out of the gutter, you bastard.
I know you do.
One's made in Germany. The other one is probably made in China.
Yeah.
I think that this is going to be the most anticipated. Well, it is the most anticipated game
For next year, though. But that's just winning an award.
What I was going to say is that this game is going to be the first thing, Game of the Year nominee, of course. That's going to be a given. Second, the game itself, it's going to be the best-selling Zelda game of all time.
Ooh, that's bold.
Best.
It's got a top 30 million. That's bold.
It's gonna top 30 million. It's gonna top 30 million. It's gonna make a lot of people buy the first one too. You know, they're gonna release and also like a dual pack, like the one and the second one.
I mean, I don't know, man. Almost a third of Switch owners own Breath of the Wild. That's crazy. By the way, that's such a crazy stat. That is so crazy.
Well, I mean,
a third of Switch's audience owns Zelda.
Yeah. People that bought the game like on eBay, like used games because they wanted to save a buck, you know, and they played it, they loved it. When this one comes out, they're gonna buy it brand new. Maybe they'll buy it on eBay too. You know, who knows?
I mean, I totally won't be looking for leaked copies online that I can purchase and have shipped to my house a week early because retailers decided to break street date. I totally won't be trying to do that before the game comes out. So I totally don't want to have a bunch of content ready ahead of time that I could just drop and like I did with Switch OLED. Of course, I think Nintendo would get more mad about the Zelda stuff than the Switch OLED.
Yeah, there is that.
Nintendo didn't even care that I got the Switch OLED early. Zelda.
Yeah, they might come for you.
Well, let's just hope there's a new system and I can focus on that.
Yeah, right.
And I can just show. I'll just sneak in. Oh yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is just casually in the background, but I never address it. I never address it.
Right?
I never address that the splash screen's on the TV in the background every time I dock the new system. Just never address it. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Oh, they see the logo on the screen. Or they see the cartridge just sitting here casually during a podcast. They're like, wait, what is that? What are you talking about? What is what? My hairdo? Yeah, no, I did something nice with it.
Yeah. I don't know what you're
I
talking about.
tilted my hat slightly different degree today.
This is not the cartridge you're looking for.
It's not the cartridge you're looking for. Wax on, wax off. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, do you guys have anything else you would like to discuss on the good old pod today? Podcast number 80, by the way.
yeah.
I have one last thing to talk about, but
Well, let's just tell you how much I'm excited for this. I'm actually going to play my Switch when this thing comes out.
Wait a second.
Yeah, right.
Wait a second.
I'm actually going to play my Switch when this thing comes out.
He's gonna dust it off.
It's gonna. Yep.
I've been wanting to do a gameplay on the channel for like an entire game, right? And I think that Tears of the Kingdom is gonna be that game where I do the full gameplay. My entire game, like when I play it for the first time, will be online, like playing it on the channel. That's how I'm excited about the game.
Someone just mentioned like they leaving those Easter eggs. Wouldn't it be hilarious if I did have the game early and in every video I do, part of the TV shows and it's just like a new little section of the game and it just starts this giant internet theorizing over what the hell's happening.
Right.
What is that? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I got something here. I got something I gotta get that's gonna surprise you. But do you mind? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get it.
Oh boy.
I'm not sure if I would like
Oh,
my Mike
oh boy.
Odyssey surprises.
Hey, Mike Shrank.
We got Mini Mike.
Mini
Mini
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, Mini Mike.
Heck yeah.
Children, calm down.
Look, the thing I wanted to talk about quick is the podcast has moved the audio version.
Oh yeah. Good call.
So let me grab the URL for you guys. Now, if you're listening on iTunes and everything, nothing should change.
Hopefully.
Although it might be different on all the other platforms.
Yay.
Dude, it's really weird. But the iTunes audience was our biggest audience, so like they should notice the difference. But basically, we used to host it at Anchor.fm. We're now going to be hosting it at Podbean. Number of reasons for this. One is that we get an embeddable player that we could use on our website.
Yes, that's still a thing.
That is still a thing. I haven't really been updating it, but I plan to once we get past the holidays. I was doing good, and then October hit, and then just I need to get past the holidays. Holidays is a bad time for me. Barely get my videos out. That being said, once I get that, so we get the embeddable player. We also get ad revenue, so that's something that we don't have on Anchor. So the audio version does that, and they actually distribute the audio version better and send notifications and have their own applications you could use on Android and iPhone on iOS. So, so it's just reaching even another audience, and they do higher quality audio files as well.
Oh, that's good.
So we're not like, oh, you're limited to 100 megabyte file. No. We can do higher quality audio files. So that's kind of the update on that. You're not going to see any more episodes, at least for now, posted until January 1st, and then you're going to get blasted with like 7 because I don't know. I'm trying to talk to their customer support, but I'm not paying for the business. They have a business package I'm not paying for right now to get the customer support, the live customer support, so I have to wait for email responses, which holiday time, so
Yep.
because what happened is when you import the old podcast, it literally uploads all the old episodes. Well, the problem with that is apparently they get really angry with you if you're just throwing 200 episodes of a podcast up at once on their servers. And so their servers are like, hey, You uploaded a lot. This is like not normal. Your podcast says it's weekly. This is weird. So you can't post any more episodes until next month. And I hit up customer service because I said anything used through an importer to bring a podcast over to your platform should not count.
Right.
Because that's one of the benefits of paying to be on your platform is that you have an importer. So I'm like, hey, I should be able to upload my current episodes. Like won't be able to stay up to date. Well, I'm like, what I told them is what you're telling me is I should take down all the episodes, upload them all on the old one, then re-import, and everything's good. That makes no sense.
Yeah, no.
So I'm trying to be like, hey, can you just lift that restriction? That's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, kind of.
I understand it because there might be people that spam their servers, but that's not what I'm doing. I used your custom importer, and I'll never use it again. We're good.
Right.
But whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, all the episodes are up over on Podbean, as well as iTunes. We're actually getting onto some new places we weren't before. As an example, if you happen to be an iHeartRadio user, Nintendo Prime Podcast is now on there.
Oh, shit.
So I know there's some people that do like sports radio and stuff on there. Our podcast is now right on there. You can search it and we actually pop up. Also, don't quote me on this yet. Possibly through this platform, we might end up on XM Radio by the end of next year.
Damn.
Don't know what time. But yeah. They'll just be the pre-recorded shows. Would be interesting to do live. You guys know I do call-ins sometimes. So it would be interesting if I can get them to convince them to do our live show on there. But I don't know. I don't even know if that's going to bring in extra ears, eyeballs. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all being worked out behind the scenes. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and that's going to be interesting, though, because we don't necessarily have a consistent time frame.
Well,
Or,
I
like,
would
our-
be consistent then.
Yeah.
I would be like, look, whether you're here or not, this is when it happens. And I just force
no. I
people
meant
to be
like
here.
length-wise.
Oh,
sometimes we have like an hour, sometimes we have like 2 hours, sometimes we have 4.
It's different. If I'm in the world of radio and they're like, hey, you get a 2-hour window, fine. It's 2 hours every time.
Yeah.
No matter what. Like it's kind of like when you watch, like right now it's all over the place because that's just how we do it. But there was a time, remember, I was trying to keep it 90 minutes. Always 90 minutes, always.
Yeah.
And just keep it more organized. Now I kind of want to say 2 hours, I think is like that sweet spot for the podcast.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
but anyways, Mike is back. He came from the abyss.
He has something to show us. So, what do we got going, buddy?
Yeah. Once you're done with this podcast, you're gonna want to have to cut this part out so you don't get in trouble.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't get in trouble. The people in the chat don't get in trouble.
So basically, you're creating work for me. Thanks.
and then Eric.
So should we
Eric
sign out first, and then so I have a sign out, and then show
and
this?
Eric doesn't get arrested.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
He must be sarcastic. I hope he's being sarcastic
I mean,
right now. Are you
how
about to
did
get me copyright claimed?
How did
No,
you
boy.
know that was my holiday wish, was to get arrested?
All right, I'm gonna do is gonna wait. I'm gonna waive it. It's gonna be like less than a second. That way you know. Okay. Remember, you said a comment earlier.
Yeah.
That you wish you were this kind of person because this blurpity 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 blur. Okay. Nate said that earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, I just saw a flash of white. That's all that was.
Yeah.
You went all that way to flash white. Cool.
Well, I was waiting for him to go like this.
We should probably put a warning, like whatchamacallit?
Oh, okay. I can kind of see it
I-
a little bit better.
It still was white with like a dot on the page for me.
Oh.
I still don't know what it is. Is that an
Yeah, I'm
embargo?
getting-
I mean, it could be. It is.
That's the only thing I
Okay.
can think of is an embargo for something.
Okay.
So Mike has something that
Yeah.
is pissing me off.
Yeah. Yeah, just a tiny bit.
Well, we were talking
possibly.
about Zelda. Do you have a copy of Tears of the Kingdom already? Because then I'm coming to Florida. See you tomorrow.
Right.
I don't.
I don't. Wee. Woo.
I swear.
Oh boy.
I swear if I slow this down later and frame my frame and it is Tears of the Kingdom, I'm going to pause the frame and it's going to be like, holy shit, that does
Yeah,
say Tears
but
of the Kingdom. I would just assume he mocked it up, but still.
I was gonna say, knowing Mike, it's probably just his
yeah,
creation,
but mock it up and then the real box art comes out. Then the real box art comes out and it's the exact
Yeah,
same
right.
thing and I'm like, It's a Switch cartridge or a Switch cartridge. A
Holy
Switch
shit!
It's Breath of the Wild. That's just Breath of the Wild. I'm on to you.
It's Breath of the Wild. Okay.
It's Breath of the Wild. He does not. Oh, yeah, this is what he does. This is what he does. Yeah. He's got Tears of the Kingdom already, guys.
Yeah.
They just started doing the Spanish dub, and he's got the game already.
Damn straight, dude.
I swear, if I do have to delete this because it actually is the game, breaking news.
Yeah, right.
Breaking news. I don't think he would risk, guys. If he actually had a copy, I don't
Yeah,
think he
right.
would actually ever risk that. That's crazy.
Well, the thing is that I'm not really showing it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no,
but we're
no.
basically at like you have it. So usually, like part of the NDA, you can't even say you have it.
Actually, I'm not saying I do.
Yeah, I'm not saying I do. You only
not
have
saying,
the,
I'm just saying.
You only have the official art on the front of a Switch thing. He just custom made it.
Oh yeah.
That's all it is.
Did I?
Yeah. Dude, it's not that hard. They have those fake mock-up ones online. You can just print them off and put them in any Switch cartridge.
Yep, that's what I did.
Yep. Totally. 100%.
Totally.
Thumbs up.
That is what he did.
Yep.
He does not.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Dude,
That's what he did.
They haven't even gone into print yet. They haven't even gone gold. He does not have a copy. He doesn't work for Nintendo.
His father does.
No, the thing is, he works for Apple, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
is
right.
depending on how high up he is, he might be able to get some access. And he's connections in the game industry because
Right.
he went to college.
Right.
And he did get permission to use Nintendo IP at a Nintendo conference.
No.
So next thing you know,
Sam nailed it. No, Sam nailed it. Plot twist: Mike is the voice actor for the Spanish dub, so he would have one.
Puede ser.
ESRB just rated Tears of the Kingdom. Wait, is that a new rating or
Oh, it's not even getting still.
ESRB? Yeah, that's the old thing, isn't it? The old news.
That's super old.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, I thought they already did, but then I'm like, was that them or was that Peggy? I couldn't remember. Yeah. This is
No,
old. Yeah, this
Lig-
is old. This is old. Yeah. This is old.
Lig in Spanish. Miguel.
I'll just restart. I actually played it with him the other day.
Yeah.
Now this is just evolving into
Yeah, right.
madness. Into madness.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think it's going to do it for episode 80 of the Nintendo Prime Podcast. If you guys would like to check out more of what Mike Odyssey has going on, you should go check out his YouTube channel. It is tagged in the description. Just click on it, opens up his channel, and hit that subscribe button. He's on his road to 20,000 subscribers. He's at what, 14.7?
14.7.
Yeah, I think they hit it 0.7 today. It was 0.6 yesterday. We're both growing like crazy.
Yeah.
Mike, what happens when you get to 20,000 subscribers?
Wait, I gotta go get it now, right?
Put him on the spot.
Mini Mike.
You can just say it. You don't have to show it.
Mini Mike.
Anyway. I made this promise that when I get to 20,000, 10,000, I make one Switch. 20,000, two Switches.
You make them? That's impressive.
I said I made this promise.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Make the Switches.
That too.
I mean,
I make-
you tried to make a certain one
I made one somewhere around here.
that doesn't
But,
work as well. Anyways.
But yeah, it works for a little bit, but then it shuts off. But I
Yeah,
guess
did they ever get to figure out a new panel for it?
Yeah, it's just not meant to work with that with the board. Not work. Not great. Not good. Power wise.
He's just not doesn't
Sad
have
day.
enough electrical engineering background to make it work. Anyways,
Sad day.
that's what it is.
But anyway, yeah. I have a Nintendo Switch OLED Splatoon edition, and I also have the Pokemon edition for the 20K milestone. We just gave away a Nintendo Switch Mario Kart edition last Saturday.
Yeah, a few days ago.
And happily, it was to one of our members who did not have a Switch. So so far, I've given away on the channel since I started 2.5 years ago, six Switches already, 6 or 7 Switches already.
Damn.
So, my goal is to do 100 total. Well, I'm probably not gonna do 100. Next console, it'll continue the Switch.
Yeah, because he said every new 10K milestone up to 100K,
Yep.
he's adding a Switch to the pile. I don't mean like he's just giving away one. Like you don't get it. 20K is 2, 30K is 3. And then he said something absolutely insane for 100. Do I dare bring it up? Because it was a pretty insane.
Say it.
No, I'm not gonna do it. No.
Double it. 400K. So instead of 10, it'll be 20 switches.
Hot damn.
I'm so glad I didn't say this because I might hit 100K next year at this rate, and I'd have to look at Yulia and go, "That's my entire
years
worth
worth
of salary
income.
at this point." Even if they're all Switch lights, like what's the math on that? That's 20 times 200, 2,000.
Oh god.
The thing is that I said
No, it's more than
Nintendo.
2,000.
I didn't say Nintendo Switch OLED or Nintendo Switch. I said Nintendo
4,000.
Switch. So it could be a
4,000.
It could be a combination of Nintendo
Yulia
Switch.
would kill me. I would no longer be allowed to do this. She would make me sell everything in my office to pay for it, and then we're retiring.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's a combination. Mike, yep.
Combo.
It's a combination of OLED lights, and because there are people that don't want the
Yeah,
big
You know
one.
what he also
Absolutely.
didn't say? He never promised the systems would work.
Ah, there is that.
He could
No,
go on
they're
eBay, buy bulk broken Switch.
You just got switch parts. Congratulations, assemble your
Look,
own.
I sent you two. Between that, figure it out.
Oh, but I do have another program I'm starting in 2023 where I'm gonna get broken switches, fix them up, and give them away.
Ah.
So you're
So it's
you're gonna be like that one dude who fixes broken systems, except he sells them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sell them. I'm gonna give them away on the channel. I'll
How
buy broken-
intense of repairs are we doing?
Screens, batteries, water damage, stuff like that. Done it before. But I already have a couple people on the channel who offered broken switches. So
Nice.
they got send it this way. I'll repair them and I'll just give them out on the channel to somebody who doesn't have one. You know, that's the
Nice.
key. They have to go to somebody who's never had a Switch before. You know, that way we can get this Switch repaired and get into the hands of somebody who can actually enjoy, you know, Nintendo like we all do. We have there's a lot of people around the world who don't have the privilege to do so. You know, and I'm happy enough that all the Switches that I've given out have been to people who did not have a Switch or have never had one before. Brazil, Philippines, in the UK. In Africa, I give in Africa, I send the Switch to Africa too. That shipping was horrible, but I sent it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm happy about it. It makes me happy, so I want to continue doing it.
No, absolutely.
You know what we have planned, right? You and I have a plan giving out a house. You know, at a certain point in our YouTube career. We have planned.
I'm so glad we didn't set like an arbitrary number
right.
goal for that
Hey,
because that's
look, 100,000. We give away a house.
yeah, at 100. We each get 100K. We're giving away. I'm like, okay, can I afford my own house?
And whenever we can,
yes, whenever we're financially able.
Yeah, we want to give out a house.
So yeah,
to a home.
we're both a couple mil subscribers and just rocking in our Bentleys and yeah, all right, I guess I can give a house. I don't want a Bentley, by the way. I have no interest in Bentleys.
Man.
Yeah, 1 million subscribers. See, you don't even want to set a subscriber goal because here's the thing: you can get 1 million subscribers, but only get 50,000 views a video. Like it's if your viewership's low, it doesn't really matter how many subscribers you have.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Anyways, cool.
Cool.
All right. Well, you guys should go follow Mike Odyssey's channel. You can also go check Eric out in the only place he's really available at Emo8790 over on the old Twitterverse, assuming he hasn't abandoned it yet.
No, I just kind of.
It's whatever. I don't even care what happens on Twitter. It's like I didn't care what happened on Twitter before. Why do I care now? It's just like one person making bad decisions to a new person making bad decisions. I really don't care.
Yeah. And also if you we have 90 something people here right now.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
If you guys can go over to Twitter also, Mike Odyssey YT, support the Twitter account. I was denied a check mark even if I was paying for my check mark because we don't know who you are. We can't once you get over 1,000 whatever followers, then you qualify for a check mark with the paid account. I'm like, wait, that's not what you said at the beginning. I'm like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was anybody could.
What the hell's the point of paying for it if you don't qualify for it?
Yeah,
I thought
was
paying
for it.
qualified you.
I was paying for it, and I said,
That
"Look,
sounds
where's my
about right.
check mark? I'm a paying customer. Where's my check mark? Oh, I'm sorry, your account doesn't qualify. Like, what do you mean if I pay? There's two type of check marks: one to identify the artist or whatever, and one for paying customer. Can I get the paying customer one? They told me no, I have to be over 1,000 followers.
So then they shouldn't even give you the option to pay.
Do you at least
until-
get the other? Well, the other benefits haven't launched yet, but there's like the benefit we're supposed to have your tweets priority. Do you get that without 1,000?
The what?
The one of the benefits of Twitter Blue was that you get your tweets get priority, like they get prioritized to your subscribers.
No, I get nothing. Like no priority.
Well,
Like,
they haven't launched the priority yet. But
the only thing I get, the only thing I get is
Edit.
that little round ticker before when I see a
Edit.
tweet.
yeah,
Yeah, the edit and then like the little round ticker that kind of actually.
yeah, it gives you time to like relook at your tweet before you send it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've gotten. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly, so guys, if you would like to donate or follow,
Yeah,
Mike
you guys should go
Odyssey-
do it.
Yeah.
Mike Odyssey needs your help.
He's got 3 here. I'll grab right now. It's got 379 or something like that. Here you go. I'll link it in the chat.
Call 1-800-222-HELP the Odyssey and donate a tweet or a follow. on
Donate a
Twitter.
follow. Here, hold on. I gotta set your. I follow you, but I don't have notifications on for you, so I better do that. Boom.
Wow.
I now officially will see every tweet he ever makes. It'll appear on my phone.
Heck
offended.
yeah.
Especially the eating racing one.
Yeah, the one from November.
We should buy a chair from each other. You should buy my chair and I should buy your chair. And we use each other's code.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious because then we could say, "Hey, we know at least one sale happened." You can't
Right?
you can't deny it.
Yeah. Right.
But my problem is I've got like 5 chairs piled up here.
Yeah.
I gotta wait till I need to replace a chair before I buy another one. Too many. I have too much of a good problem.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Too much of a good problem. That's okay.
I
might have even more of a good problem in February if things change. So
But I love the new. I love the new ad though. Is really good. It's really
yeah,
good.
the one that I used my Fiverr money on.
Yeah, they did a really good job. It's actually catchy. It keeps you there. It doesn't really need any voiceover, and it's really good.
It's also completely the opposite of what I asked for, and then they sent me it anyways. I said, "Oh, so you sent me a generic? Okay, cool, whatever."
It's good
You
because
know
you
what?
say
You know what? I just go. You know what? I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to ask questions. Because here's the thing. Every time I ask questions about something I buy on Fiverr, I find out it's stolen. So I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know if he took this template from somebody and he's just copy pasting and he's
Yeah, but
infringing.
the one-
If I don't know, it's ignorance. Ignorance is bliss.
yeah,
I
but
don't
the one you have, it's custom for you for E-wing racing for you.
Yeah, but
So-
I mean, you can get the templates. If you stole them, it's what that's not good.
You get the template and you edit it. It's still your work.
Not if you stole the template though. You can't just take a template. Like if it's offered for free, cool. But you can't like go and have somebody who created something and then you just jacked it from them and then you change the text and make it yours. That's like just not how it works.
I mean, that's like Fiverr though. That's what Fiverr.
That's all
That
Fiverr.
was the point.
That's all Fiverr is.
That was the point.
I literally never get anything good on Fiverr. You know what? You know the one thing I will say is actually halfway decent on Fiverr. Music related stuff's pretty cool. Custom
yeah.
jingles,
when
custom
it-
singing. Yeah, that stuff's good on there.
When it comes to real artists, if you're gonna, for example, if you're gonna have them make a logo that it has to say your logo words, and have your thing on it, it'll take about 20 reviews, but you'll get it. Things like that,
Yeah.
not generic things, But yeah, half of Fiverr is basically everything is in the Middle East, trying to sell you the same exact short they download from YouTube.
On the bright side, that led to me finding that YouTube channel where after talking to him, I basically could just make every short he has. He doesn't care.
I mean, it's the same information that's already out there. You just
No,
redoing
yeah,
it.
he didn't care about that. We had actually a long drawn out conversation about it because he was initially getting upset and then actually he started realizing what's going on and then he's like, oh, okay. Because he's just trying to figure out stuff. He knew what all this too. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
None of us know what we're doing. We're all just trying to figure this out. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, you're a big, you can monetize. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not that big. You're like twice my size. Yeah, but my video is gonna. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
He said, dude, why are you doing this to me? You're at least kind of what is the word? You're kind of prepared or set or established.
Yeah.
You're kind of established. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but after having a long time with him, everything's all good. He just, yeah, it's all good. He's like, I don't even care if you reuse my footage. I'm like, well, okay, well, I'm not gonna do that, but thank you. Not doing that. He cares more about the scripting. He's like, don't use the same script. I'm like, I get that. We're cool. By the way, guys, not all of my shorts come from there. I create some of my own stuff. I do look at other people's shorts sometimes and find ideas, but I do some of my own stuff. Like the one I did today was my own, and that one didn't do well, so that sucks.
Apparently
But some of the ones I did on my own did do well, so it's kind of hit or miss right now. I haven't figured out how to guarantee that every short does well. But since I make a short a day, if half the ones during the week do well, then that's good.
I released 3.
All right. Well, India is in the Middle East now. Technically, no. India is not in the Middle East.
Dubai.
It is, isn't it like south of the middle of Russia or something over there? I don't know my maps very well. It's not in India. It's not in Middle East though.
No, it's just the east of the Middle East.
Yeah, it's east
It's
of the
the
Middle
east
East.
of the east of the Middle East.
It's before
I mean-
it's before China and Japan.
It's east of us, but not in
Well,
the middle.
could
I mean, there's
technically
a
be
whole
west of us,
ocean
too,
named
but-
after it in the
Yeah.
Indian Ocean. So
I mean, it could very well be west of us too, but
yeah,
haha.
yeah. I don't know my geography very well.
Yeah.
Then again, I think I did a good job. I have to look at the map now and figure out like
It's-
how off am I.
Yeah.
I know there's an Indian Ocean,
Yeah.
and I know there's a lot of people in India. They have a huge,
yeah.
massive
Yes,
population.
yes, they do.
K-pop, isn't that from India?
No,
It's K-pop. No, is that China?
no, pretty sure it's Korea.
Korea? Oh yeah, Korea.
Pretty sure K stands for.
Yeah, K-pop. That makes sense. Korean pop. I get it.
Yeah. So India is in
Dude,
south.
I'm just
South-
insulting so many cultures at once
Yep.
because of my lack of knowledge.
Yep.
Look, what did I just say earlier? Ignorance is bliss. And the problem with being ignorant is with other people who aren't ignorant get offended. And I'm just like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm literally just that dumb. I'm literally just that dumb. Like, so call me, I'm racist, what? Because I didn't know what I said was racist? I'm sorry. I'm just stupid. I see things on TikTok and then it's not explained to me and I don't understand it. I'm a middle-aged white man. What do you expect? This is all new to me.
I haven't been at school for how many years?
I don't understand.
Why did it change math?
Why did they change math? Right?
Dude, you're sitting here telling me that this thing I said was race. I don't even know what that race is. That's how bad. That's how much I don't get it. And the funny thing is they changed math. I don't get it. I'm trying to help my children with math, and I don't know how to. They're handing me sticks and cubes, and I'm telling me what it means, and I'm like, just put the 2 above the 2 and put a plus sign and tell me what it equals.
Right.
Count it on your fingers. No, Dad. We need dots, sticks, squares. And then when we're multiplying, we got to create a grid that's like 17 miles. I'm like, no, you don't. No.
you don't.
This is dumb. This is dumb.
And then-
I don't understand math anymore, apparently. So I definitely don't understand anything. Do you all the words out of my mouth? I have no idea.
Yeah, no.
Listen, you have to say, show me or tell me what makes 2
Oh, my God.
and 2. If they get 1, if they say, okay, 2 plus 2 is 1. Well, you showed me something, so you're correct. You kind of showed me to me, and it's correct. That's the math today. Poor next generation. It's gonna be like, wow.
Math is math. I'm reminded of the Incredibles when he's getting mad at his kid or whatever. What the hell? Math is math. Why do we change math?
Yeah.
Math is like facts. It's numbers. You can't just change the numbers. Math is math.
I mean, yeah.
But 2 plus 2 is 1. I'm like, listen here, Sonny. You're kind of sounding real stupid right now. And the funny thing is, all the professors at all these schools will agree with you and look at me and call me the idiot because I think 2 plus 2 is 4. Sorry. My bad. I grew up with the math that we have to use in real life. Like when I have 2 pennies and then I add 2 more, it's not 1. They don't become 1. Sorry.
You're embarrassing me, Dad. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
No, son. Let's calm down.
All right, guys.
The teacher said to do it this way. They said, put 2 and 2 together, and if whatever you get, you get. Go tell Mommy. Mommy!
You know what? I'm not really liking the way this conversation's going right now. I feel personally insulted. So, that being said, thank you for tuning into the Nintendo Prime Podcast. You can find us everywhere podcasts are heard. You can find Eric over on Twitter. You can find Mike Odyssey on Twitter and over on his own YouTube channel. You can find your one and only, I was about to say he's the sexiest man in Wisconsin, but then he's sitting next to the sexiest man in Wisconsin, so that's not fair. The man who sits next to the other man who is the sexiest man in Wisconsin. You can find him everywhere that you just type Nintendo Prime. It's probably me. If it's not, well, I better file a copyright on this name or so. I can't because Nintendo's in it. No.
Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. You guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll catch you in the next episode next week, the final episode of 2022.
Finale. What will happen?
Dun dun dun.
Tune in and find out. Peace.
All right.